I think this is by far the most frustrating Elite Deep Archimedia missions this week. I'm not complaining about the mission as it can be done, but the one that I really need to address is the players doing the mission. This week's hard mode mission is frustrating because some players think that they can get away with the usual mission in Warframe, wherein you just mindlessly kill everything until you finish the mission. You see, the first mission is a disruption mission, and it has one of the most annoying deviations this week. Aside from the vampiric liminus that follows you around and drains your energy and health when you get too close, you also have the unified purpose modifier that adds more challenge to the stage. I really don't mind the modifier, but I'm begging those players who are playing Elite Deep Archimedia right now in public queues that you try to coordinate with your team or read first the deviations and risks before doing the mission. This day I have several Elite Deep Archimedia runs in public queues that the host quit because our team keeps failing to defend the conduit. The reason is that once you have input the key, all enemies within the area will target the conduit and not just the necromech. Most of the players rush into the necromech to kill it, leaving the conduit vulnerable against Xmas and trash mob units. I highly suggest that you have someone defend the conduit and not just focus on the enemy necromech alone. In fact, I was so frustrated about this and just ended up doing the first stage solo. It's way better solo, and what I did was once I got the key, I stayed in a room 150 meters away from the conduit. After that, I just used my operator void dash to travel to the conduit and slot in a key, then destroy the necromech. Another thing that will help you in this mission is your companion with the Verglass Sentinel weapon, modded for radiation and cold. The radiation proc will create confusion, allowing you that safety net so enemies won't focus on the conduit, and the cold proc will slow necromech units, and as well as other enemies in the mission. It's best that you pair it with the duplex bond mod that creates a clone of your sentinel. The clones will use the Verglass weapon modded with radiation and cold, hence allowing you to crowd control the room. If this trick is done with the team, then it will help you complete the defense every time, and cutting the time you spend doing stage 1. After that, you need to do a survival mission with a twist. This survival mission has one of the most brutal combinations of deviation as it has hostile support and fortified foes. This means that you don't have any life support capsule in this mission, and you will need to rely on your kill speed so that enemies will drop life support capsules, and high DPS is a must-have because you have tougher enemies, including the necromech that you will encounter every 90 seconds. You will need to kill these units to drop life support modules, and it would take the whole team to the massive damage to maintain your life support until you survive for 10 minutes. And finally, the Exterminate mission is the easiest for this Elite Deep Archimedia mission this week. When you survive the disruption and survival missions, then the last stage will be a breeze. I was lucky that I have the Latum in my suggested loadout. Paired with Baruch, he has good survivability with damage reduction buffs on his abilities. For players who don't have a good loadout suggestion this week, then make sure that you do the radiation and cold companion trick and form a team that coordinate well in this mission. It's really annoying to do public matches right now, especially if you are paired with players who don't listen and just maintain their alpha keyboard warrior status. So that's all about it. I wish you good luck on your Elite Deep Archimedia run this week. May these tips will help you finish all the stages easily. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again in our next video. Squad Leader, signing off.